So good evening, friends. Back to our Thinking Thursday regular group. And we have Tran here with us today, all the way from Vietnam. Hi, Belle.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Everyone. Aap kaise ho?
We are fine. Well, I wish I could have learned a little bit of Vietnamese there to reply, but I didn't. So, Belle, I just read her resume, which is so interesting. She's a trainer, coach, speaker, therapist over the last 18 years. Education, training, coaching, healing. She's a certified trainer in most of these fields that she works in. Executive coaching from Marshall Goldsmith. She's a hypnotherapist, certified NLP master coach, past life regression therapist, inner child facilitator, family constellation facilitator, and certified points of view practitioner. I've never heard of this, but Belle can definitely come again and talk to us about this, because this is something I haven't heard of. Interestingly, she has earned a bachelor's degree in finance in the USA and her MBA in France. She studied, traveled over 22 different countries. So she's like a hippie. Well, you're like a hippie. And I think, like she's written, she finds her true calling to become a bridge between different worlds and cultures. And she's touched souls by marrying spirit and matter together. Belle is also a storyteller and who combines meditation, music, movies, arts, photography, embodiment work, and interactive processes to bring more awareness and opportunities for people to interact with life from an open heart and a multidimensional perspective. Having followed all signs, symbols, dreams, and guidance from the universe, Belle met her life partner, Ankur. Ankur is there with Belle. Maybe he can show his lovely face to all of us. But Ankur Nag, a past life regression therapist, a family constellator in India. And they've inspired. I think it's wonderful to have a partner just like you, because you can inspire so many couples together. And I think both of them will do great work together. So
good.
Welcome. Welcome, Belle and Ankur. And today, Belle is going to, of course, talk about movie therapy. I've never heard of it, but we're going to get enlightened from Belle. And Ankur has to promise me that he's going to do a session with all of us soon.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Belle, the floor is yours now. And please take us through your presentation and talk.
Again.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Jyoti Chan. Let me see. Thank you for the introduction. It was a great pleasure to be here with all of you. So as you know, my name is Belle. It also means jingle bell. So actually, when I entered spirituality, one of my my teachers, my master, he was telling me that I have a very special mission, is to use my inner bell to help awaken others' bell in other people. So thank you for having me today. And one of my favorite modality that I use quite often in Vietnam is to help others to connect with themselves and also to heal the emotions, is the movie therapy. And as you already know that we work a lot with different kind of modalities, but Dr. Jyoti Jain said that this is a very interesting topic, so she picked this one. So let me share with you a little bit of what is movie therapy. First of all, allow me to ask you, who is here likes to watch movie? Can I have a show of hand?
Yes.
Who likes to watch movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And who likes to listen to music? Okay. So of course, when we watch movie, we have both movie and music, right? Okay. So actually, I want to introduce you that this is not anything new to us. It's actually, this is something that we have been doing on our own many times. Actually, every time we encounter certain movie or even very short clip, just 1 minute or even just like 1 or 2 minutes, it will leave a certain impact on us, right? So today my topic is to just to brief with you about 10 minutes of how it has impacted on my life, and then I will let you experience for yourself. So we will have an experiential session. It will not be just me talking, yeah? So you can also experience. So let me first open this again. Can you help me to share? Okay, I know. Uncle is my tech person, so sometimes I have to ask him. Okay, so if you look at this photo, what is the emotion that you can feel right now? Anything you can type in the
Love.
chat box. Love. Yes.
Bonding, happiness.
Bonding, happiness.
Bonding,
yes.
togetherness.
A good family.
Bonding, togetherness. Very good, right? Very good one. Yes. Okay. So for me, movie meditation, movie therapy is actually, it is something that not only we can do with ourselves, but we can also do it with other people. And especially if we can do this with our loved ones, or our friends, or people who really have are meaningful to us, we can actually share a lot. And this is create one of the way to connect with one another. So I use this a lot with Uncle and with my son. So before we go a little bit deeper, I just want to show you. Okay, this is, I will pass this because Dr. Trupti Jain already showed you. But this is my family, which I love very much. My small family. This is the photo that I met with Uncle the first time. This even, we hug like this, but actually at that time we were just friends. We didn't even know each other. I didn't even know his name, Uncle, at that time when we took the first photo. But something like the universe already allowed me to feel that we are very close. And this is my my little baby, my 10-year-old son. His name is Dory. Also, the meaning is that the gift from God. And I would just want you to feel a little bit of this, smile and joy, because this is what movie therapy to me is. Actually, it's helped me to connect with my inner family. And inner family, by that I say everyone. Of course, I cannot show everyone here, but I can connect with different role, different people in my family. My father, my mother, my son, my sister. Different movies will give me different feelings. So when I want to connect with certain people, I will ask the universe to give me one movie or even one clip, and then I would receive it somehow, somewhere on Facebook, or someone would suddenly send me a link, and it is my answer. And that is also how I read signs and symbol and receive the signs to that leads me to meet with Uncle. I think I passed too much. Okay. So what is movie therapy? Movie therapy is a therapy that has been used a lot in the Western world. Many psychologists, they suggest their client to watch certain movie in order for them to connect with their inner world, to see themselves through the characters of the movie. And many of us, we know that when we see certain movie, we feel very empowered, we feel so much love, we feel inspired, we feel happy, we feel joyful, just like we are the character. And why is that? Because it's actually based on one law, which is, I'm sure everyone here already know, that is law of resonance. We attract who we are and what we are. So when we watch movie, there is no coincidence why we will encounter this scene and not another scene. For example, when we see certain, a loving scene, loving photos, because a part of us want to connect with that. And on the other hand, if we have to see certain sad or violent or something, that depressing, it is because within us, there is a part of us, maybe very, very, very small, 0.0001% inside, we have that. And we need to connect with that to heal that part of us. And also to grow our compassion for those who have those emotions. So for me, movie therapy is not just to heal ourselves, but to heal our connections with others. And this has been used widely in the West. In many Western modality, they will suggest this. So, and another one is for me, when I use movie therapy, I also combined it with something which I do every day, is meditation. So I create my own, I call it movie meditation. Because when we watch a movie, sometimes we indulge in the feelings of the characters of the movie. But sometimes we cry, but we don't know why we cry. Sometimes we laugh because we feel the joy of the characters and something in the scene that make us laugh. But if we close our eyes and we think again and we reflect in our real life, our own life, with the people that are really meaningful to us, or people around us, or the circumstances that we are in, then we can go deeper to another level, deeper. It's not just to feel what the character is, but actually to see what is going on in our life, in my life. Do I face certain situation like that, or is someone whom I know also facing some situation like that? Then I can grow my compassion, or I can find a solution to help the person, or to help myself, or to have a resolution. So this part of meditation, after we watch certain movie, is very important, and many times we miss that because we watch maybe one movie for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and we will kind of like just go with the flow, but we don't have time to stop, to pause, and to reflect. So when I do movie meditation in Vietnam, usually even online, sometimes I do that. I will show one small video clip, or if I show the whole movie, I will show like 15 or 20 minutes, and then we will pause for about 10 minutes. And then we will go inside. We will see how it's relating to our life. So if we need to watch a 2-hour movie, then our session might take the whole day, or at least 4 or 5 hours. It will double time. So that's why today you will experience it, but with a clip only like 1.5 minutes. But I'm sure you will find something meaningful for you after we experience it today, huh? So again, this is the benefit of movie meditation. This is just, sometimes we can face our fears in the movie, but we cannot face our fear when we're sitting by ourselves. And when we watch someone in the movie facing their fears, we can probably have the courage to look deeper into our own because it's like we already see the mirror through the, through the characters. So sometimes when you watch a certain movie and when you see a scene and then you cannot stand anymore, you stand up and you leave, or you leave the cinema or you leave the room. It because we have very strong resonance with that scene or that character, or maybe one quote or the sentences that they're saying. It might hurt us so much that we cannot stand it anymore. So that is also something that we need to reflect and allow ourselves to, go deeper, do some introspection. What happened in that scene that caused me to leave the room, for example? So this is just a suggestion for you to observe yourself after this session. If ever you see a scene or something on TV or in a movie and you cannot stand, it is exactly where we need to be healed. And another benefit, like we already say, is improve the relationships. It helps us to access our negative thoughts in a positive way, because we do not see ourselves there, but actually we borrow the character or the actor, actresses to allow us to see ourselves through the movie. So one thing that I also really like about movie is whenever I feel down, for me personally, I will find good movie with a good motivation and empowering to help me feel better. And of course, I have a list of different purpose. If I want to heal relationship with certain people, or if I want to help my client to heal certain relationship or certain things, I will choose the movie and I will suggest them to watch it, or I will watch it with them, and I will guide them to do the reflection, and it will benefit them more, because sometimes we watch the movie but we cannot withdraw the right conclusion, and sometimes also the same scene, but we have different experiences in life and then we draw a different conclusion. So maybe I can help, we can share our perspective and we can just like expand our points of view. So that is also, that's another benefit for movie meditation. It's very interesting. Every time I go to see a movie with my son, especially, I will ask him what correct characters that he likes, or what actors, what actresses, or what scene does he like, and then he would tell me which one that he likes, and through that I will ask him why he doesn't like this one. Sometimes he will like the bad guy and then I ask him like, how come? And then he would tell me, oh mommy, do you know why he's bad? Because he was not treated well when he was young, because his stepmother didn't treated him well. Something like that. It's like he can really feel beyond just whatever that's shown on the movie, and that is really that was very amazing to me. A few years ago when I started to do this as a bonding tool, but also a very educational tool, and also a way for me to understand what is going on with with my son. So I use that, and sometimes I just ask him to close his eyes and imagine that he's the person in that scene and tell me how he feels, and it is a wonderful tool. So I really hope that if you already have the meditation background, please do that with your loved ones. Okay, I think that's enough for the introduction. Let's get into the real stuff. Okay, are you ready to experience for yourself?
Yes.
15 minutes?
Yes, we are ready.
Yes. Okay, so to do this, I will ask you to just sit comfortably. Do not close your eyes yet. We need to watch a movie together. It will be a very short one. And then right after we finish it, I will ask you to close your eyes. And then I will guide you through a 10 minutes meditation. And when we're done, then we will finish our session. Okay, So let me welcome you to two things. I will show you one Indian clip and another animation. Okay. And there must be a reason why. Okay, so let's start now. Let me share my screen again. And please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I haven't shared the sound yet. Let me share the sound screen. Okay. So, can you hear the sound?
Yes, yes, Belle, we can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy. Take a deep breath while you're watching and relax your body. And just allow yourself to feel. What is this animation about? Who are all these people? And why does the music stop? Then you can pay attention to this man. Why did he change the color? And this little boy is so happy. What is going on? And why he doesn't change the color? What happened? What makes him change the color? And what is this see all the little children? Where is the hug? Why the hug has gone? Look at his eyes. Look at his body. Can you see all the people on the street, how they walk? Are they walking with happiness, with joy? And what is this father doing? And look, the violinist has gone. Okay, now you can close your eyes. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to connect with your inner world. How did you feel when you saw this animation? This little boy and the father, do they remind you of anyone in your life? Maybe your own self, maybe your father, your mother, or someone very close to you. You can remember the first scene where this father and son were so happy. It was just like the first day. So much excitement in the boy. He was so cheerful, with a big smile on his face. And can you remember how the father looks like? What happened to the father? Do you think he enjoyed his work? Do you think he worked because he's doing something passionate for him, or just because he needs to work to earn a living? What about his son? Does the son enjoy going to school? Even though the books might be heavy, but he can see the colors. He can bring all the colors into his studies. He can create all the beautiful, bring flower, animals, nature into all those alphabets. And why is that? Because he was able to be inspired by the music, the violinist. He can find his happiness, his joy on the way to school. He can see his future. But do you think his father understood that in the beginning? And what did this father expect of the son? The father expected the son to behave seriously, to focus more on learning, on writing the alphabet. Maybe it was a little bit too much of the result. But what about the joy? What about the motivation, the inspiration of the son? The father did not pay attention to any of that in the beginning. When he was still receiving certain hugs from the son every day after class. And it was the hug, the love, that also helped the father to be energetic. You could see the color change in the father every time he received a hug from his son. And what happened after that? The joy was lost because the son could not feel that the father approved him. The son feels disapproved by his own father. The son feels that his dream to become a musician has died. And now that he just follow and do whatever the father wants him to do without any joy, without motivation, he complies like obligation. And the life has lost as well. Do you feel like that in your life as well? Sometimes you feel like you also need to do certain things your parents wanted you to do, and you have to give up your dreams just to make them happy, just to be like your parents. You give up yourself, and not even your parents, maybe someone who are meaningful to you, maybe your spouse, or even your children, your friends, your boss, your colleagues, your teachers. And many times in our life, we cannot express ourselves enough. We cannot let other people know what we want because they cannot understand us. And we give up. We give up our dreams, we give up our hopes, and we also give up our connection with them. Just like the little boy, he did not even hug his father anymore because he has lost his dream, his motivation from inside. How could he show the happiness, the joy when he has nothing inside? How could he give a hug to his father when he could not even hug himself anymore, could not feel the smile on his face anymore? Are you like that little boy? Are you disappointed at any of your loved ones for making you feel like the son? Or you can see yourself more like the father if you already have children. Have you ever forced anyone you love do anything because you think that is good for them, but it is against their will? Have you asked them what their dreams are? Have you asked them if how you can help? How you can accompany them on this journey to achieve their dreams? Or you just want them to understand you and follow what you want? Just like the father in the beginning. Either case, this is the time for us to acknowledge, allow ourselves to understand that sometimes we carry all these patterns, on this behavior, or on this thought because we were taught like that by our parents, because we didn't know anything else, how else to live our life. There is no one to blame. Everything happens for us to acknowledge, to understand, to forgive ourselves, forgive others, forgive our ignorance in the past, and to start make a difference from this moment on. Just like the father at the end, when he was able to understand what is really meaningful to his son, he has started, and he was even more creative when the villainess was not there anymore. He has shown his son what life is really about. We can create our own instrument. We can create our own melody. We can create our own masterpiece. Are you ready to create your own masterpiece? Right now, I would like you to take a deep breath and release. Put one hand on your heart. Say to yourself, to your inner child, to your inner parents, or anyone that you can relate at this moment. Say to them that you acknowledge their presence. You understand yourself and also understand what they have gone through. Forgive them, just like the son has forgiven his father, and promise them, just like the father, that you will change. You will choose what is best to create more joy for yourself and for everyone. Because when you are happy inside, you can spread that love, that joy, that happiness to everyone around you. Take one more minute for yourself. And say to your loved ones whatever you want to say. And tell them how much you love them. And when you open your eyes, a new horizon is waiting for you. We are all alike, but we are also different so that we can help, support, and serve one another in this life. Take a deep breath. And slowly you can come back here. And if you are ready, you can start to open your eyes slowly. Welcome back. So that would be the experiential moments for all of us with movie meditation. Anyone want to share anything? We have some time, maybe 10 minutes for the question and answer, and also for everyone to share your experience. I would love to know how you feel through this small session. Maybe we can start with Dr. Jupti Jain.
Well, Belle, I think it is very interesting to use a movie clip to allow people to experience and then express. So I found it really interesting, and I'm definitely going to use it. I was just thinking of a client of mine as I was experiencing it, who's having issues with her father. I want to ask you, Belle, suppose we show a clip to both the father and the daughter at the same time and get them to do the, exactly what you did, and then use the movie clip to get them to express what they felt about the movie, and then like you rightly said, the law of resonance, how they are feeling about themselves in that role of the father? Or did they identify with the child and not the father? So
exactly.
I'm just thinking as I was watching it, very interesting. Well, so have you
Yes.
done anything like that, like where you have a father, like a father son or a father daughter or a mother daughter, and then showing the clip to them?
I do it in a group setting more. When I
Okay.
do use this modality, I will, like, for example, if I know there is a mother and son, then I will, when I ask questions, I will ask certain question, and probably I will specifically ask, like, for example, how the son is feeling about
Right.
certain characters, or how he thinks. And because it's a movie and in a group setting, so he's also open to share how he thinks.
Right.
And then the mother, or the the father, or whoever the family member is, then I will ask the person, do you also feel like that? Because especially if we already know their relationship or certain issues, we as a facilitator, we have to ask the right questions as well.
Correct. Absolutely right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
so
interesting.
yes,
Great
and
insights.
that is why when we do this for let's say just a father and son in a kind of personal private session, then it is also very, we have to also be careful with how they feel, because we don't want to cause extra misunderstanding.
Disturbance. Correct.
Sometimes, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it is very, so when in a group setting, people feel safe to say, because everyone has their own opinion, and
Right.
and people don't feel that they are targeted.
Yeah.
So it is also
Correct.
very
Got it.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay, let's have some feedbacks. Come on, guys.
You have a voice that takes us very deep into, though it was very cognitive, this whole process, but I went deeper. And I was wondering, even in my mind while I was doing it, that this process doesn't need you to go so deep, but it went in. And surprisingly, I realized that my mom was, had, when I was a child, she had this discipline about everything. And if we didn't follow a certain, thing, it would not go well with her. And that kind of hit me suddenly. And that is why I do everything in a very different way. I would, try to break patterns everywhere in my life. So I think this really came close to me. I like this movie and this whole thing. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Yes, actually, this is, if anyone wants to heal their inner child, this is one of the clip I would suggest you can use for yourself or even for your children, and it's just to see if you can show it to your loved ones. Ask them how they feel.
Yeah,
and it's
very
very interesting.
I
Very
just
interesting.
forwarded it from YouTube. I just forwarded it to my mom.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have Subodh. He's wanting to ask a question. Subodh, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for this insight.
Subhi,
I was about to ask the same thing, whether this can be used for self-healing. And she already answered, but my question is, like, if I'm watching a movie and there is a scene which disturbs me in a very, deep manner. So what are the questions that I can ask myself? Because I'm not an expert. I know my feeling that I am feeling depressed, sad, or related to this particular, person, victim, or whatever scene is. But how I can proceed further with some kind of guidance I need from Bill. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the question. Is actually is it that is why, like I said in the beginning, this movie therapy usually is not it's not used like just itself. If we use in combination with other modalities or other counseling or hypnotherapy or certain things, because when we watch a movie ourselves, sometimes we will, if we are kind of like still in depressing mode, it's very easy to get attracted to those unhappy scene. But if we are already, let's say we already conscious that, okay, I am depressed, I would suggest you not to watch like depressing movie. But if you choose a good movie, and you definitely, there are certain scenes that might be disturbing to us, but we can kind of like, prepare ourselves. I'm willing to accept anything that I will face in this movie or in this let's say healing session. If we consider it as a healing modality, then we can say to ourselves before we watch the movie, say that I am ready to heal. And I am ready to look into myself. I'm ready to see the dark, like the shadow of myself. And I want to know the root cause. So when you see that disturbing scene, you can just pause the video a bit, allow yourself, just like, in the, like what I did, 10 minutes to ask yourself why you're crying, why you are upset, why you are feeling angry, who had caused these emotions in you, in the childhood or in the past, and allow that person to appear in your mind, or when you close your eyes, and then just say, now I understand, I acknowledge you, and I set you free, and I set myself free. So that is going to help us a lot. And when we can do that, we are actually will feel a lot of healing happens, even when we're watching depressing movie. And that is how I heal myself a lot. But it's of course it's easier said than done. So I would suggest, if you really want to try this movie, start with something cheerful more. When you like feeling low, you can or you can ask some friend to watch with you, so you can have someone to discuss. It will help you not to get attracted too deep into the unpleasant scenes. Yeah, and also give us more perspective when we can discuss it out. It's also a way of healing, to express it out. Yeah, I hope I can answer.
Well, I can suggest, Subi, that don't start off doing things on your own. No? Have a couple of sessions if you want with somebody like a facilitator, because these are things which will bring a lot of emotions out. And then you will not know what to do with them, because you have to also channelize the emotions. So I don't suggest people, just because Belle has shown this beautiful thing that, you just pick up a movie and you work with your emotions. Am I right, Belle? I think a facilitator initially is definitely required. Yeah, you can't be doing it on your own. Yeah.
Yes. If you're not experienced yet, for example, Dr. Jyoti or some of our friends here are already experienced in our self-healing journey, we can do it for ourselves. But otherwise, it would be best to work with some facilitator, and also with someone who already gone through what we have gone through. It will help us a lot. Yeah. And it will make you heal faster.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Anybody else wants to ask Belle? I know I'm going to invite Belle again, because it's wonderful to have a person who's been working for such a long time sharing their experiences with us, because it really makes us richer in our work also and life. But any other question anybody wants to ask Belle? Because I had requested Belle, I have a class at 9. So that's the reason, we kind of shortened it up a little bit. So anybody else wants to ask anything? Okay, Belle, you've got through everybody, looks like. Yeah, but I think it was lovely. It was a very innovative, creative methodology, and it's a lovely tool, because these tools are actually available. So, you don't have to create the tool. It's there. Of course, you have to be very sensitive to the clips that you pick up for that particular person, I think, Belle, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, so you must have seen many clips, and then maybe you have a kind of a library with all the clips, right?
Yes, exactly. And whenever I go through like YouTube or Facebook or anything, and I see something, even at that time, I don't know what to use that. But if I feel something, then I just keep it, and then I will save it. Okay, remind me of this. And then when I need it, I will kind of download it.
I think it's excellent. Shrija, what do you say? I think we should start collecting clips.
Yes, this is absolutely a wonderful thing, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I think we should have a group picture. Everybody can switch on their shutters.
Please.
And as I say, action, make some action, Let's take a group photograph.
Let's get a movie, all the movies
Yeah.
that we've seen and the different characters that have,
Yeah.
touched our heart. Maybe we could just have a little, make an action.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody.
So
Shrija will say 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Okay.
let
Take
the
two,
others
take
come.
two.
Wait. Let others
Tran,
come.
okay. Yes, so she's
Let
all-
others come in.
Yeah.
We've got 2 more empty spaces. Come on. Who else
Yes.
can switch on the video? One more. Oh, great. We are all there.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll put this on.
I'm also going to put something on. Wait.
Yeah, this one is good.
We'll have some
Old.
cute
Yeah.
little filters.
Yes. Okay, everyone.
Okay.
Everybody has to get their inner
Yes.
child active, the orange color and do some action.
Yes. Oh, I like what the
Oh, lovely.
Jopi is doing. Yes. Everyone, let's decorate
Come on,
ourselves.
Everybody, put
Yes,
something
yes.
cute. Put something cute.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
take 2.
Okay.
Yes,
Enjoy
money,
the
lovely.
movie therapy action.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
thank you. Thank you so much, Belle.
Thank you, Belle. Thank you so much. It was lovely.
Everyone. Thank you, everyone, for having